against Joseph Parker. You've done rounds with Parker, right?
Yeah.
And Daniel.
Yeah.
What do you think, honestly?
I think Parker just a bit too much tough. So I think Parker's gonna do it. Yeah.
On points?
I don't actually know. I'm thinking if it is on points, it'll be close. Or he's just gonna. I think either he stops Dubois.
David Adler is putting his faith in Parker, confident that his experience and resilience will be the key to victory. He believes Parker will control the fight and edge out Dubois, but he knows it won't be easy. Dubois brings raw power. One clean shot could change everything. This is a battle of skill versus...
Yeah, really looking forward to the fight. I love it as a match. I think it's a very good sign that Daniel Dubois is taking a defence like this. But Joseph Parker's been in phenomenal form. Him and Andy Lee have got this great bond. So too is Daniel Dubois with Don Charles. I think it's terrific. I think if Joe Parker's still knocking around after 4 or 5, it becomes a very hard fight for Daniel Dubois. But Dubois has got real power, as we saw against Joshua. So, yeah, Parker's been down. He's been knocked out by Joe Joyce. You know, Dubois, the fresher guy. But Joseph Parker's on such great form at the moment. I think it's a terrific, terrific matchup. And it's not even the main event.
Strength. Who comes out on top? Adam Smith is fired up for Dubois versus Parker, calling it the fight fans have been waiting for. He's backing Dubois, impressed by his sheer power, but acknowledges Parker's top shape under Andy Lee's guidance. If Parker survives the early rounds, things could get tough for Dubois. However, that knockout power is always a game changer.
I think you have to go with Dubois right now. His form is incredible, as is Joseph Parker's, to be fair. Two of the form heavyweights out there, bar Usyk, I think Ajit Kabir as well, the three form heavyweights. I think if anyone can upset Dubois, it could be Parker, who's got the quicker hands out of the two, perhaps not the quickest feet in comparison to Dubois. I think Dubois has got very, very good feet, slides in and out of range really, really well, but the hand speed certainly lies with Parker. He's got a good chin. He was dropped by Zhilei Zhang, but I don't think a good chin is not getting dropped. I think it's being able to get back up, and we see him recover and win the fight. It was a close fight.
This isn't even the main event, yet it's the fight everyone will be talking about. Darren Barker isn't mincing words. He sees this as a one-sided beatdown. In his eyes, Parker is just another name on Dubois' hit list. Dubois' relentless pressure and unmatched intensity will be too much for Parker. Speed alone won't save him when Dubois comes full force. Barker is confident that fight night will prove one thing. Dubois is the future of the...
He's just taking it really seriously. You know, I think all fighters just find that moment where they say, I'm going to work harder, I'm going to be smarter. And Joseph, every time you see him, he looks strong. You know, and he's worked really, really hard. I think, by all accounts, I don't know him, but, you know, his strength and conditioning trainer, I think it's George Lockhart, you know, has made a massive difference to, you know, his engine. And now I think he's taking it seriously. I think he's in the form of his career. And I think he's got the kind of style that will really trouble Daniel Dubois.
Heavyweight division. Eddie Hearn sees a different Parker, not the same one we've known. Has Parker evolved enough to pull off the upset, or will Dubois cement his place at the top? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video. Parker is stronger, sharper, and more determined than ever. Every fighter reaches a breaking point where they decide to level up, and Parker has done just that. His endurance, conditioning, and...
He's just taking it really seriously. You know, I think all fighters just find that moment where they say, I'm going to work harder, I'm going to be smarter. And Joseph, every time you see him, he looks strong. You know, and he's worked really, really hard. I think, by all accounts, I don't know him, but, you know, his strength and conditioning trainer, I think it's George Lockhart, you know, has made a massive difference to, you know, his engine. And now I think he's taking it seriously. I think he's in the form of his career. And I think he's got the kind of style that will really trouble Daniel Dubois.
Power are on another level. With George Lockhart pushing him to his absolute peak, Parker has never looked more dangerous. If anyone can disrupt Dubois and force him into deep waters, it's Parker. Adam Smith is all in on the Dubois versus Parker's Showdown, calling it one of the most exciting matchups in recent heavyweight boxing. "This is the fight fans have been waiting for," he said, emphasizing the high stakes. He believes Daniel Dubois has the upper hand, especially with his raw, devastating power. We've seen Dubois crush opponents with brutal knockouts. If he lands clean, it could be lights out for Parker. But Smith isn't dismissing Parker so easily. Under Andy Lee's guidance, Parker has sharpened his technique and conditioning, looking more dangerous than ever. His movement, durability, and ability to drag fights into deep waters could spell trouble for Dubois.
Joseph will beat Daniel Dubois and become a two-time world champion. And I think, no disrespect to Anthony Joshua, like he did amazing things, but he didn't really want to be in that ring with Daniel Dubois, mentally a bit shot. And I think Anthony Joshua made Dubois look way better than he is. And I think the Dubois camp are feeling unbeatable. I think they genuinely don't give Joseph Parker a chance. Frank Warren and Dubois and the team there think he's going to punch holes in Joseph Parker. That suits us quite fine. We've been the underdog every fight.
Smith noted that if Parker can survive the early onslaught, he might have the edge in the later rounds. However, Dubois' knockout power remains the ultimate wild card. One punch could change everything. Despite not being the main event, Smith believes this fight will steal the show. This is the one people will be talking about. David Higgins is backing Joseph Parker to expose Dubois and reclaim his spot at the top. He believes Dubois' win over Anthony Joshua gave his team a false sense of top.
Let's get on to Dubois, Parker. Who are you going?
Good fight. But Parker's my also, so I've got to be backing Parker, man. I'm here in support of Parker. So, you know, it's not often us boys get an opportunity like this from our neck of the woods, you know. Exciting. Let's go.
But you guys from your neck of the woods now, you're doing the work, bro, so you're entitled to these shots.
We are. We're doing the work, but we're laying the pavement, man, so it's just, I'm proud to be at the forefront of it.
Yeah, it's but exciting times now. Really getting buzzy down under, isn't it?
Dominance, claiming AJ was mentally checked out, making Dubois look better than he is. Now, Team Dubois sees Parker as just another step, but Higgins loves the underdog role. He's seen Parker prove doubters wrong before, and he's certain he'll do it again. This fight isn't just about titles. It's about proving who truly belongs at the top. Jai Opetaia isn't just backing Joseph Parker. He's making a statement loud and clear. For him, this fight isn't just Parker versus Dubois. It's about proving that fighters from their region can dominate on the world stage. Too often, they're overlooked, but Jai sees this as their moment to change that narrative. While others sit back and talk, they're putting in the work, grinding.
And now he's walking around like he is the champion of the world. So I think with that name, I am the champion of the world, the IBF champion of the world, is even more like he's in a position where he wants to show who he is and what he can do.
Every day to earn their place at the top. Opetaia believes Parker is more than ready, mentally, physically, and strategically. He's not just another challenger. He's coming to take what's his. And when the bell rings, Parker won't just be fighting for himself. He'll be representing an entire generation of underappreciated talent. This isn't just hype. It's a storm brewing. Jai knows they're at the center of it. The world better be ready, because this is just the beginning. Joseph Parker is stepping into that ring like a man on a mission. He already owns the throne, walking tall and carrying that IBF title like it's his birthright. But let's be real. Having the belt doesn't make you the king. It's what you do when the bell rings that counts. Now, all eyes are on Parker. Is he just another name in the division, or is he ready to prove he's the real deal? This isn't just another title defense. This is his moment to silence the doubters. But standing in his way is a powerhouse. Daniel Dubois, hungry to rip that belt away and make a statement of his own. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the pressure is real. One man walks out as champion. The other leaves with nothing. The question is, who's built for this moment? Dave Allen isn't holding back. He knows this fight is something special.
Daniel should win in the first 6 rounds, 6, 7 rounds. After that, it's a long night. But I can guarantee you, one of those men gonna take a knee in the first couple rounds.
He's hyped for the showdown and sees it as a real test for Dubois. Allen is drawing comparisons to top-tier names like Joshua, Miller, and Povetkin, but his focus is locked on Parker. Why? Because Parker has something different: fluidity, movement, and pure boxing skill that you don't see every day. According to Allen, not many heavyweights move like Parker, and that could be the key to throwing Dubois off his game. This fight isn't just about power, it's about strategy, speed, and adaptability. Dubois is stepping into unknown territory, and Parker is the perfect fighter to exploit any weakness. Allen's excited. The fans are buzzing. And one thing's for sure, this fight is going to be a war. Derek Chisora isn't sugarcoating anything. This fight is all about survival. He sees Dubois as a wrecking machine, possessing the kind of raw power that can end things in 6 or 7 rounds. But if Parker can weather that early storm, everything could change. Chisora knows firsthand what happens when a fight drags into deep waters. One of these men might not make it out on their feet. Dubois wants to send a message, while Parker is determined to prove he still belongs at the top. Neither is backing down. With both fighters capable of turning the tide in an instant, this is one of the most unpredictable heavyweight battles in recent memory. Who do you think comes out on top? Drop your predictions in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fight breakdowns. See you in the next video.